Hello, my name is Dustin. I'm one of the BMW geniuses from BMW of Ocala. First, I wanted to thank you for allowing us to help you find your next vehicle. As you can see in front of me, I got a 2015 M4 Coupe, which is absolutely gorgeous. Definitely one of our best looking vehicles on the lot right now. Now this is in a Silverstone metallic, which is kind of a silver kind of look. It's extremely bright right now, so you can definitely see it with the sun shining on it. Beautiful paint job. The interior is Silverstone extended leather, so it's supposed to be a similar color on the interior. And I actually don't think that's very common, to be honest. And it's sitting on some 19-inch wheels. Now this is an M, so this is not your typical 4 Series. This is a very souped up 4 Series. First of all, the M cars have a completely different transmission and a completely different engine. There's also different suspension, different brakes. For example, the brakes are ginormous on this thing because of the power that you need for stopping, because of all that power you've got for going. It's a 6-cylinder twin turbo, 425 horsepower. And as you can see, you got slotted brakes on there, so it's plenty enough braking power to stop you. And you definitely got some bigger tires in the back than the front. You also got the nice blue calipers on there as well. You got the M4 badging right there, and everything is functioning. Nothing is for decoration. So those little gills that you see by the M4 badge, that's functioning. So as the air goes in from the front, wraps around the wheel, it can escape out that part right there. It's pretty neat. This has also got the executive package on it and the lighting package. Now the lighting package is going to give you full LED lights. You can see the daytime running lights right now, but they're also adaptive, so it will turn a small degree when you turn the steering wheel as well, left or right, and it can also go up or down. See that beautiful M4 badge on the grille there? But you'll also have, let me just double check, but pretty sure. You also will have the adaptive, or assisted, high beams, which means that you initiate the high beams, but once you turn them on, the sensor will pick up if there's an object there, and then it will automatically dim them and then go back to being on when the object is not there anymore, which is pretty darn cool. And then you can see the camera there by the reflector. So there's also cameras all around the car. Of course, there's a rear view camera, parking sensors, there's cameras even underneath the side mirrors. You have beautiful back end part of it. Hear the nice exhaust sound. And this is also equipped with a carbon fiber roof, which is a beautiful two-tone, and it does make the vehicle lighter. So, and look at the raised hood on there. That's not on a typical 4 Series. That raised hood's an extra part of being aggressive and also making the sound of the engine come out better. So, this is on, typically our BMWs are on a different transmission. This particular one is a 7-speed transmission, dual clutch, which that means is you've got one clutch devoted for odd number gears, 1st gear, 3rd gear, 5th gear, and 7th gear. And then you have another clutch devoted to even gears, 2nd gear, 4th gear, and 6th gear. So basically when you're in 1st gear, the 2nd clutch is already prepping the 2nd gear, ready, so that moment that you click into it, it's instantaneous. And so on and so on and so on for going up gears and also for downshifting too. So you got 2 different clutches that are taking care of everything, and it does all the thinking for you. Now you do have paddle shifters where you can manually shift through it if you want, and you can use the stick shift if you want. But let's show you the interior here. Beautiful two-tone. You've also got the leather around the door handle. I mean, this is an upgraded interior. You've also got some carbon fiber highlights around the vents there, and then around the iDrive controller, which is our system for controlling the computer system. navigation, radio, and everything. Speaking of which, this has definitely got navigation on there. This also has a heads-up display. That little zero that looks like a ghost on the windshield, that's actually your speed limit. And when you start driving around, it'll fluctuate. If you want to change radio stations, you can see, do it through the heads-up display. And if you have a destination set in the navigation, it'll show your turn-by-turn directions up there. Now, with an M car, typically on a regular BMW, you would have some generic driving modes. Comfort mode, sport mode, and Eco Pro. Now in a BMW, in an M vehicle, you actually have, everything is broken down individually. So what that basically means is you have 3 different settings for your throttle response. You have 3 different settings for your steering sensitivity. And you also have 3 different settings for the shift points. So you can make it shift a lot more aggressive, hold on to the gears, basically get close to redlining before it changes gears, or you can make it change more frequently to when you're kind of using it as an everyday driver if you decide to do that. And what you do is you come up with your favorite combination of everything, including whether you want the stability control to be on or off, which we would usually recommend it to be on to make sure the car's nice and safe. But you choose that, and you choose if you want the car to shift for you or you do the shifting, and then you save it as an M1 button or an M2 button. So you come up with your own configuration. Let's say a configuration where only the men are in the car, right? And you want this thing to be a total beast. Then you do the perfect combination and save it as memory M1. And then you make another setting to when the wife or, somebody else is in the car and they're a little bit more cautious and they don't want it to be so crazy. You could domesticate it a little bit, even though the version of this car being domesticated is still a beast, but still. And then you could save that as an M2. So basically when you got somebody in the car, you hit M2 and then you're purring around like a kitten. Otherwise you're in the car alone, or your boys are in the car, and then you hit the M1 button and you start flying around. Now as you can see, you've got the paddle shifters there too, which is really nice. Now of course you got Bluetooth connectivity, you got automatic wipers, automatic headlights. You've actually got heated seats in this particular vehicle too. This is a really, really nice vehicle. Let me get back out of the car and then I'm gonna show you as well. This is the back seat. You can definitely fit 2 full-size adults back here. May want to be a little bit generous with the legroom that you give them by adjusting the seat, but they'll be able to fit. And then let me show you what the trunk looks like. As soon as I pop the button, my apologies here. Okay. Plenty of space. This is a very practical vehicle, and you can make the seats go down as well for even more space. But you can fit plenty of storage in here, and because you actually have a little bit of storage space underneath as well for some loose items. Now for an M car, typically BMWs are on run flat tires, but with the M cars, to save weight, these are not run flat tires. But you also don't get a spare, but that's okay because you got roadside assistance. So just give roadside assistance a call. They got GPS location on you and everything if you ever break down anywhere. This is a really, really, really nice car. And what you need to do is you need to come in here and give it a test drive. Now, if you're not local, do not worry, we do ship anywhere in the US. If you are local, I would definitely want to schedule a test drive. That's where this car is going to win you over. Even more so. And just to let you know, we are one of the Center of Excellence awarded dealerships from BMW. They only do 33 in the country. We're the only one in Florida to get it for 2016, and that's because we focus so much on customer service. Hopefully it shows. I'm sure it does. You actually do have a surround view on this as well, so if you wanted to see how you're parked in the lines, you could do that. In fact, I'm going to show you that real quick. And also, I just wanted to say before I put an end to this that you have a couple other features too. There's actually a triangle. It's not so easy to see, but there is a triangle on the inner side of that, and that is for Actually, that is 4. Actually, I take that back. There's not a triangle on there. That one blends in, so it's quite all right. But I did want to show you the surround view real quick. Now the door's open, so let me close the door here. And then now you can see, like, okay, I'm definitely not parked well in the lines, but I also didn't try to. I just wanted to do it for this video. But that's pretty neat. You can always judge how well you are within the lines. Okay, well, you definitely saw the surround view now. So I'm going to get out of the car. I just wanted to thank you very much for giving us, again, the opportunity for helping you find your next vehicle. As you can tell, this is definitely a very special car in and out. I really recommend coming here and giving it a test drive if you are local. But if you're not local, don't worry, we do send anywhere in the US. And just remember that we did actually win the Center of Excellence Award for 2016. They only gave it to 33 dealerships nationwide. We were one of them, the only one in Florida. And we take a lot of pride in our customer service. So thank you again, and if you got any questions, feel free to reach out. Let us know.